Don't happen. It looked like Estral was making the right plays. The push was looking successful, and obviously when he hit 2 team kills, obviously at that point, especially with that little time left, very hard to do anything. So just like that, we knew how strong this team was on Exhibit. We knew it was probably going to go to a 3rd map, and yeah, it absolutely is. And now as we hop back on board with our first match, Rise Nation looking to maybe finish this one in a 2-0 as they find themselves 3-3, and something about us getting on screens and in team kills because Sleeper is going to chunk Chaos in the meantime. This comes underway. Pittsburgh tries to keep their life in this series. It's going to be a good drop shot. Actually doesn't end up killing anyone. Looked like it was actually pretty well placed. At the very least, though, Pittsburgh going to start off with a lead.
See if they can keep it up. Of course, this is Pittsburgh's map choice, all things considered. If you're just joining us, it was Rise Nation who walked away with District 5 rounds to 4. Very back-and-forth duel. As you called it, Ryan, what can Rise Nation be up to now? Can they walk away with the hot 2-0? Unfortunately, Detox not able to get the full capture onto F. Not that it would have lasted much longer, but even at the least the delay would have been nice. And in the meantime, we sit, we wait, we watch as Rise Nation look to try and hold here at E. Flashes inbound. The shot actually will distance both these players away. So Monkey's not able to provide any support fire here.
And Rise, go with this time lead, have a pretty good setup. And
wow,
so the capitalizing is a Vexies goes off for a 3-piece. You got to imagine that will surely finish the round off. 4 dead in total from the Pittsburgh Knights. One player is going to be over on that home hill. From the very least, we're at the 200-point mark. If there's a time to make that play land, it is absolutely then. As we obviously get our first look at the scoreboard. Bit of a comeback once again coming through from Rise Nation. That's going to be 3 in a row. And man, that play by Avexies was something else.
I'll tell you what, man, we've been having some highlight moments tonight. Rise Nation, thankfully for them, they've been at the tail end of most of them, or the positive end, rather, of most of them. Looking fantastic so far. And Rise, despite what seemed to be a very difficult start on District for game number 1, a sequence of which we thought Pittsburgh, hey, they're going to walk away with Rise's own map choice. They're going to be in an awkward spot. Now have totally flipped this entire series on its head as Rise Nation now sit in the driver's seat to walk away with a 2-0. Pittsburgh, can they force back-to-back round number 9s? We're about to find out. It's about to get fun. It's about to get interesting. And as per usual, the fight's up close. Chaos actually somehow dodges the first shot coming in from Inzem. He'll wipe away the young gun as Detox falls as well. 2 versus 1. Chaos up close. Is he get to do damage on all 3 of these players? And he will. A huge win coming in from Pittsburgh, as that will also net them the ability to hold on to that drop shot. But that's what you have to have in moments like this, in sequences and rounds such as this one. You have to have those big plays come through from some of your brightest stars, as they now got that drop shot permanently over at E.
And I mean, this hill is already hard enough to kind of break and cap on its own. Now you get a drop shot staring it in the face. You're going to see Monkeys just continuously go for that reload, waiting to get that active, waiting for someone to try to test him. And Pittsburgh Knights, both initial, Chaos in particular, just kept such good composure there. No matter how hurt he was, no matter how many players he was surrounded by, hit the shots he needed to hit. And Rise Nation, they know they're staring right down the barrel of a drop shot of a very, very tough power weapon. Now they got to kind of make their own decisions, right? Do they try to make him waste ammo in it? Try and push over for an OE. What's their play going to be? Trying to make their move. Vexies gets 1. The drop shot is going to get at least a couple, but unfortunately, one is his teammate. Monkey's luckily wins the follow-up fight. That'll keep the power up in his hands. Rise. They are on the home hill, but not for long.
Look at this. Perfect. Perfect. No.
Wow, it was a little too far. And the kills are now in Rise's favor. Of course, Pittsburgh has still built a pretty big lead. Monkey sees that wrap shot over to Shock. Dezenai's going to follow it up as well. So again, Pittsburgh, they're still okay. They still have about an 80-point lead. Plenty of time to play with. Monkeys now has some reinforcements. Chaos hold it off. Looks like so far so good.
Nice pick.
Yeah, that should be the dagger for the round. You got to imagine if Vexi's not spawning back in. 2 members already dead. Rise going to save every last piece of utility and resource for that final round as we get yet another round number 9 in this series. We knew that this one in particular, this matchup would be so fun. It has absolutely delivered.
It has on all accounts. Another round 9 for Rise Nation and the Knights from Pittsburgh. The LATAM Knights. I think that's a nice little name. Pittsburgh, though, like we said, a very dire situation for them. They lose this round and they are done. They walk away with it, however, and we see ourselves on Asylum in terms of that game number 3. Embar look to be involved. Utility on the other side. So if you're Pittsburgh, you're looking at highlight players who can maybe allow for that Embar to come into good usage and make a difference. And how can that Embar also influence the fight for the other power weapon? The good old drop shot. Identiv's power weapon off the break. Here come the initials. Lots of utility. Identiv's already off the break, takes down Shock, and you see them starting to force the issue. Enzem, the young gun, can he go big? Actually, with the assistance of Detonite, it may be possible. Takes down Sleeper. Now it's a 2 versus 1. Enzem drops as well. A big sequence coming up close for Pittsburgh, as they should have full-on control of the drop shot as Avexis makes the quick turnaround. Monkeys now sitting in the respawn screen, all confused. And here comes the near domination. Rise Nation, can they get it in time? Identims fires off the power weapon. Can't make anything land. In the meantime, Rise Nation, they will hold on to E. Pittsburgh, they just in the nick of time managed to hold on to their own home hill as well. And my goodness, what a sequence that was, and what a sequence we're about to have yet again.
And to me, it comes down to that kind of play, right? Flanking that player, missing that shot, and electing not to pick up the drop shot. Big play coming through right now. Detox can choose to get out of dodge. Unfortunately, he is down on the way out. Numbers advantage back in the Pittsburgh Knights' hands. Underneath that full break, obviously Shock and the Vexies are waiting. You see Identiv just kind of be a nuisance while his teammates, in theory, go for that break. And there it is. The Vexies makes them pay, though, with that drop shot. Have to continue to kind of worry about that weapon as they get the first break. There's a push coming through, actually. Vexies finds himself over on the Pittsburgh Knights side. He ends up falling, and if you look at the spawns right now, Landon, Enzem on 0, Detox on 0. Sleeper finds himself on 0 as well.
Oh, the shock grenade. That's big.
And they end up finishing it. Where's that put Identiv? That's going to put Identiv still on 1 respawn after he comes back up, so that's very doable. And the Pittsburgh Knights, if you look at the win conditions, still have the ability to win, right? You're going to see Swarm win in 75 seconds. So holding this 2-cap's going to be key. Obviously, if you're Rise Nation, you don't want Enzem and Detox sort of on the front line for obvious reasons, but at the same time, I mean, you want Enzem at the front of every fight, it feels like.
Oh, yeah,
how do the teammates respond? Vexies wall bouncing everywhere in sight, gets the break. Monkeys use the Embar, a couple missed shots. The numbers are favoring Rise, but Monkeys takes out Shock. And once again, Rise's trip cap, and they're on all 3 hills.
Yeah, play number 3. Drix is on their home hill. He does get the cap off. However, Chaos doing damage up close. Monkey's trying to go for the challenge. If he can drop Enzem, that'd be huge, but he can't. He can't do it. He can't drop him just in the nick of time. F still up in the conversation as Pittsburgh. They'll cap that just in the nick of time, considering the COG team will still walk away with the round. Pittsburgh, they're going to have to make an interesting play happen. Identiv's already aware of it as Drix. If he could walk away with this fight, that'd be massive. A 1v1 that could change the entire tide of this game. Gets tagged up. Drix just trying to waste time. He does get the decap off. And Identivs has to go for the rush. He drops him on the other side. Let's see how that fight's progressing. 242. Rise Nation. Avexis. He got it. He got it. D is still up in corals, but player number 7, he can't get the decap in time. He cannot get the decap in time. That was a half a second. Ryan, that was half a second from a decap coming through.
Had they hopped on the hill, literally, like I said, a half second sooner, that gets fully broken. And again, Avexis was the only player left on the map. 4 of the 5 players were already permanently taken off. And Drix obviously made a big play in that break before falling. But if you're Pittsburgh Knights, you hate to see that happen. That round was just minuscule amount of time away